let's start today by asking you a simple question. Uh, do you need to be, do you have to make a choice between being relaxed and being purposeful and active? A lot of people feel that, oh, I'm working now, so I cannot be relaxed. Yeah, this is what we believe, right? Either I'm relaxed or I'm performing. So today I want to talk to you something different, okay? What if I say to you that the more relaxed you are, the more you will be performing, the better your work is going to be, the better your output is going to be. Can you imagine that, what if the very foundation of more productivity is first being relaxed? Now, we will have to understand what that means, because a lot of us think, relax means go to sleep, lie down on the bed and all that. So, first of all, let's, destroy a myth that we have believed all these years. We believed, the more stressed and more purposeful and that way we are working, then we'll get more success. That's what we believe. That's why when we see somebody being relaxed at work, we automatically think, this fellow is not working, he's relaxing. May not be the case, right? So we've been conditioned to believe that the more tense, anxious, and wound up we are, the more seriously we are taking things. Therefore, we'll do better if we are like that. But think about it. Now, all of you have studied with me brain number 1, brain number 2, brain number 3. When you're tensed and wound up, which brain is dominating? Brain number 1 and 2. And which brain goes to sleep? The most potent part of your brain, which is your frontal cortex. So let's give you some example of what happens when you're stressed out. Do you remember a time in your life when you were giving a test and you were so stressed that you blanked out, even though you knew all the answers? Or sometimes you got so nervous during a presentation that your voice was trembling and your thoughts were scrambled and you forgot half the things that you wanted to say. But still we keep repeating this pattern. Why? Because we confuse urgency with importance and tension with commitment. We think if I'm feeling tension and then I'm committed. Hello, they are not the same. So what is really relaxation? Yeah, relaxation does not mean that you are being lazy or you're being indifferent. Yeah, it doesn't mean lying on the couch and sleeping. Real relaxation is inner spaciousness, expansion. It is a state where our body is calm, the mind is centered, and the energy is clear. When you're relaxed, your brain functions much, much, much better. Your decision making becomes much better. Your emotional intelligence improves. You're thinking more clearly. You're listening better to people. You're responding to people rather than reacting to them. This is what happens when you're really relaxed, the way I'm talking about. Studies in neuroscience have shown that very high performers, whether they are athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, or martial artists, they operate from a state of calm concentration. They are relaxed and alert and grounded and focused. Let me tell you why tension or stress will hurt your performance. I don't know how many of you have tried out archery, bow and arrow. Now, if you're trying to shoot an arrow with the bowstring pulled too tight and your hands are shaking like this, or even if you're shooting a rifle and you're so tense, and because of the tension, rifle is shaking, will you shoot well? Even if you aim well, the tension throws everything off. I remember I won a rifle shooting competition once. My instructor always used to tell me, relax. He says most people will jerk when they press the trigger. Don't do that. Be calm, relax your body, take a deep breath. So in life, our aim might be right. Our goals, intention, vision, all may be perfect. But if we are full of internal tension, our actions become jittery. We react instead of respond. And remember one thing, when you are reacting, you are not in control. If you're not in control, what are the chances you will be moving in the right direction? So tension creates static, noise. Relaxation restores clarity. Now, three things we can shift to stay relaxed and perform well. Both can go together, remember that. So let's talk about how we can actually bring it into our daily life. So the first thing we'll have to do is shift from control to clarity. See, if you're trying to control everything, there will always be constant anxiety. So trying to control everything is equal to constant anxiety. But if you seek clarity, you will get a very calm focus. So somebody asked me, how do I get clarity? I said, when there is a task to be done, if you just start breaking it down into the smaller components, the act of writing down the small steps will make you clear. And the more clear you become, it will be easier for you to focus and have a calm focus instead of this hassle, I have to do so much kind of a thing, Another thing we can do, instead of obsessing over outcomes, obsessing over outcome means, will it happen? Will I get the result or not? Will my payment come or not? Am I going to get the order or not? That's obsessing. Instead of doing that, simply ask one question to yourself. What is clear right now? What is clear right now? And what is my next best step that I can take? So clarity will reduce overwhelm. With each clear step, confidence will grow. The next thing you can do is you shift from hustle to rhythm. Hustle means, frenzied work, right? There is a time to push, guys. There is a time to pause. Even in great music, when you listen, there'll be times there is a silence. The rests are as important as the notes. High performers know when to go hard and when to take some time to recover. So another thing we can do to stay relaxed and perform well is to introduce these micro breaks or micro pauses during the day. For example, before an important meeting, you can do 90 seconds of deep breathing and a quick stretch between tasks. You're doing something, take a break, 2 minutes, stretch your body completely. You can do that. You can have a nice, quiet, mindful cup of tea silently, sitting in front of an open window. Now, these small breaks will reboot your nervous system. And believe me, they will often lead to better output in less amount of time. Now, another shift that we can make is shift from pressure to being present. Pressure will always say to you, I must not fail, I must not fail, I must not fail. Presence says, I am fully here. When you are fully present, you listen better, you think in a more clear manner, you act from intelligence, not from impulse. So just try something out. Before any high stake task, very important task, take a deep breath, long deep breath, and tell yourself, I don't need to be tense to show up and be on purpose. I don't need to be tense to show up and be on purpose. This simple reminder can shift your entire energy. I don't need to be tense to show up and be on purpose. Let's practice something now. 2 minutes of practice. Sit comfortably, everybody. Close your eyes gently. Slowly inhale to the count of 4. Inhale, breathe in, hold, breathe out slowly, breathe out, breathe in, hold, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now notice your shoulders drop, let them drop. Leave your shoulders loose. Let your jaws soften. Let your breath become your anchor. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now this is your power. And this power is always available to you. You can always make use of it. Breathe in, breathe out. Let your shoulders become loose. You'll see your jaw will become to soften. Breathe in, breathe out. So this is what I want to leave you with. You don't have to choose between being relaxed and be a high performer. You can be relaxed and be a high performer also at the same time. You don't have to sabotage your body in order to perform well. And remember one thing, guys. In fact, when you become relaxed, you become more available to your intelligence, creativity, and intuition. Being calm is not a compromise. It's the competitive edge. It is the slight edge which some people have, and we can also develop it, right? Next time when life heats up, don't tense up. Just breathe and reset. Breathe and reset. And then move forward with clarity, rhythm, and presence. You know what? The world does not need more burnt out achievers. It needs clear, calm, and conscious ones. Yesterday, I read a news item about the CEO of a company who's in hospital because of stress. We don't need more burnt out achievers. We need achievers who are happy and have a life of ease, joy, and glory. So practice these things. Thank you very much. So now it's time for you to comment and share or say anything that you wish to. Because you and I see these stressed out individuals all the time, don't we? Yes, sir.
Sir, request if you can recap on the brain 1, 2, 3, sir. I am not aware of that.
You can go to my YouTube channel. Have you subscribed to it?
Yes, sir. I am there, sir.
Yeah. So if you scroll back, there are sessions where the entire thing is explained, and we might do another session again on the same topic. But you can
Right.
always.
I'll look for it, sir. I'll look for it.
Yeah. And you can share about the channel also with people. And briefly, I can tell you brain number 1 is the reactive brain. It only knows fight and flight. And it releases, the moment you get into that fight and flight mode, certain hormones are released in our body, which switches off our frontal cortex, which is the most important part of our brain. Brain number 2 is the midbrain, which is the analyzer. It's always checking to see, comparing and judging, creating patterns and habits and all that. So this brain is the companion of brain number 1. Yeah, most of them are past looking. They don't like uncertainty. Okay? And the problem with that is that it keeps on making sure that in life you never have to use your real brain, which is the forward-looking brain that looks for possibilities and results, etc. So the more calm and more peaceful that you and I are, the more our forward-thinking brain will work. So that, in a nutshell, Vaidyanathan sir, is the recap for you.
Thank you, sir. Understood.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? You have something to say today, or anything that's kind of waking up for you? Any insights that you have?
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Malika ji.
How to live is joy and glory. It's one of the tool. Today's what we have practiced is one of the tool, I think.
Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Tanmay, go ahead.
Sir, I can relate to it in terms of, when you're stressed, it affects the performance. And, first time I had to give a speech on stage, I could actually feel the pressure of, saying something in public. And all the points you mentioned, like about feeling breathless and excited and all that. And that was affecting, that actually affected my performance. And now I find it easy to do it. Not really easy, but I'm more relaxed, and it does not stress me out that much.
Yeah. And that's a very beautiful point. What's happening nowadays with us is that we are constantly in a state of stress, so we don't even notice it. So at some level, it is, kind of hampering our performance. So these meaningful breaks that I'm talking about, these little exercises, if you do it 3 or 4 times a day, you will get out of that mode, which you probably don't even realize you're in that mode.
Yeah.
Yes, Kasa. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much. Actually, I could be able to recall one of the beautiful tool, and I'd like to share with everyone. Earlier, I used to practice one particular tool where I used to look at my toe, breathe in from my toe till my, top of my head, and breathe out from top of the head to toe. You can do it while sitting, you can do it while walking. That used to give us such a relaxed and aware state. Somewhere it's been lost, and while doing the practice today, it just showed up. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for sharing. All right then.